In this video, I will show you how Tevmo plugin collects energy model and calculates cooling loads. This time we consider the hotel project. First, we create HVAC file and link the architecture. If several models are responsible for the construction, such as architecture and constructive, then we attach them all. This does not affect the collection of the model. Now we create levels, they will automatically come from the architecture. Then we add common parameters that our plugin needs and input calculation settings. For example, we input the ground level height and the temperature in the internal shafts, which are automatically detected when the model is collected. Then we create spaces. We create them by rooms from the architecture file. Here we add some parameter that is responsible for grouping spaces into individual zones, which will be combined in reports. Also, we add some parameters necessary for the calculation, such as internal temperature, information about lighting, people, electrical equipment. We can also use Revit schedule to input these parameters. Now we can collect an energy model. This is how the collected energy model looks like. We can select zones and spaces by simply clicking on any element that belongs to that zone or space. In the left corner you can see the information for each element. Colors help us visually determine the correctness of the model. Next, we open Tevmo plugin calculations in Revit, and now we can see automatically generated user surfaces types. We can click on any of them and all elements of that type will be highlighted on the model. Now we see windows assembly. This is roof assembly. At last we see external wall assembly. We create this types automatically, and it saves a lot of engineers' time. It also helps us be sure of the correctness of model collection. We can set any U values for all these types, as well as add new. If we want to add an additional type with different parameters, for example a new window type with shading, then we just need to add a new row in the table and input all the parameters. Then we go to the model and select the required elements. For example, click on this group of windows. All this is done very easily, the entire interface is intuitive. And then we can assign them a new type. After selecting the required surfaces, we can ensure that they are assigned a new type. We see that now the selected windows no longer belong to the Windows assembly, but now they belong to the new created type. We did it very simply, just using the collected model. Now we can move on to the calculations. We push the calculation button. And then open the model in New tab. Here we select the report model. We can see our energy model, but now it is colored red and a little blue. Surfaces with heat gains are painted in different shades of red. Color intensity depend on the amount of heat gain. And we see that the new type of windows with a different U value is brighter than others. In the left corner you can see the information for each element. You can see all the shafts in which we set a temperature of 35 degrees, the plugin also calculated heat gains through them. With this report it is easy to check the correctness of the calculation with a simple visual analysis. Next report is generated by the plugin in Excel. Click the button and download the report. This is how the report looks like. The first table shows the calculation results for each floor. The second table contains the calculation results for each zone. Also, we can export the gbXML file. With this report we can easily transfer all collected data to HAP or Energy Plus. You do not need to enter all the initial data into the HAP, this happens automatically. And now we can see a small comparison of the calculations of our plugin and HAP. The calculation results are almost the same. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.